You might kill me, but you could never take my heart. You might ever kill me, but you could never take my heart. Whatever you do, but you couldn't take my heart. You couldn't take my heart. I know you cannot. You can do whatever you want to me. You can do whatever you want to do, but you couldn't kill me. You just couldn't kill me. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but you just cannot kill me because it's just not possible. I know this is so cool, I know this is so cruel, but nobody has there to be listening to our words. Nobody has ever have to listen to me. I wonder why, I always wondered why does it has to be like this. I hope so much that somebody could kill me, but nobody has the guts to kill ever me. I wander so far, I wander so far. Where do I come from? But I couldn't get. You couldn't take my heart. You couldn't take my heart. Whatever you meant me, but you just couldn't take my heart. You just couldn't take my heart. Whatever you try to do, but you cannot take my heart. You just cannot take my heart. Whatever you try some crazy things that you could ever be, done by somebody. You might be someone, I might be a stranger, but I could never take my own heart. I wanted you to be taking my heart, but I hope so that nobody ever could take my heart. I hope so that you will be the one to be coming here to my heart, but I hope so that everything will be a memory that I would ever be. I hope so that everything ever been is the memories that ever I could ever take. I just hope so that I could do anything, but I just don't get away. I just don't get away. Wherever you go, wherever you see, you just couldn't take my own heart. You just couldn't take your own heart. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna be doing? You just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna be doing? You just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna be? What you gonna be doing? You couldn't make my own heart. I hope so that there will be someone somewhere that I never met, but I hope so far there might be something. There might be something. But I couldn't find anybody, anywhere. But I hope so that I will ever be finding somebody. I just wonder, where do I find my own heart? Where do I ever find my own heart? I just hope that I could ever live in a place that ever been mine, but doesn't belong my heart anyway. That doesn't just belongs my heart. Does not belong my own heart anywhere I go. I found my heart to belong to somewhere. I just want my heart to belong somewhere. I hope so it never belong. I hope so it never belong. But I want it to be belonging somewhere. I hope so much, but I get no money, no. But I want it to be my heart. My heart will never belong. My heart will be there somewhere. I want you to find my heart. I want you to find my heart. I want you, but I just couldn't find my heart. I just couldn't find my heart. I wanna know wherever I go. I just couldn't find my heart. Where do I go? Where do I go? I could ever met. I wanna know. I wanna be knowing somewhere. That where could I ever be going? Where could I ever be? I hoped so much, but I just couldn't be. You wanna me, you want my heart, then come and take it. You want my heart, then just come and take it. You want my heart, just come and take it. I hope so you will ever be. I hope hope so you will ever be. But you gotta be somebody, somewhere, someone that be remembering me. You gotta be, you gotta be, you gotta be somebody, somewhere. But you couldn't take my heart, you couldn't take my heart. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You just couldn't take my heart, you just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna do? What you gonna be? What you gonna be doing? You just couldn't take my heart. You just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be? I hope so much that will be somewhere, but I just couldn't be. I just couldn't be somewhere. I wonder wherever I go, I feel so much that nobody ever takes my heart. Nobody ever takes my heart. Nobody ever took my heart. I want somebody to take my heart. I want somebody to take my heart, but I couldn't find anybody to. I just couldn't find anybody to. I just couldn't find anybody to take my heart. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be? You just couldn't take my heart. You just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be? What you gonna be doing? You just couldn't take my heart. You just couldn't take my heart. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be? I wander so far. Wherever I go, I wouldn't feel so much. I hope so. Why? I hope so. Why? Why don't I feel? Why don't I feel? Why don't I feel? Why don't I ever get? Why don't I ever want? I wonder so much. I wonder so much. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You will never get my heart. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be? You will never get my heart. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You will be never be getting my heart. I hope so less, I hope so much, but you will be never be getting my heart. You will never be getting my heart. I hope so that nobody will ever get it, but somebody will take it very fast. But somebody will take it very fast. I hope so much, I hope so less, but nobody knows anyway. What you I gonna be do anyways? I hope there will be something. I just hope so much, but I just couldn't ever be. I just couldn't ever understand this first class of the NAS. I wouldn't ever understand. I wouldn't ever understand the things. I wouldn't ever understand wherever it's going, but nobody knows.